Bring me the cheese. Just bring me the cheese. I don't care. IDGAF, bring me all of the cheese. Last Thursday, at the time of this upload, we finally saw the first full trailer of Street Fighter 2026, and my goodness, the cheese is oozing in this movie. And like I stated in my last video talking about this film, thus far, I'm all in.
I'm all in.
In this video, I wish to share with you why for the first time in years, I truly am hyped for this year's slate of movies coming out that are of my particular interest, and why I believe that video game films are gaining more interest in pop culture. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons to stay notified on this channel's weekly uploads. And with that said, let's talk. Hey everyone, Ayo here once again on 4BZ Entertainment, News, and Gaming, and I tell you, I can't wait for the release of these movies. I mean, between both trailers of Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter, they put so many Easter eggs and nods to the history of both of these franchises. You even have a surprise cameo of Mortal Kombat's co-creator Ed Boon showing up in the trailer. But before I get ahead of myself, let's set the proper context to my viewpoints that ever since we've seen the commercial success of the third installment of Sonic back in late 2024, that I began to realize video game films are going to gain a lot more popularity within the next couple of years. Yeah, we've had plenty of box office duds. For the longest time, video game films were considered accursed, even with the iconic 1995 Mortal Kombat film. But in 2023, Universal, Illumination, and Nintendo caught lightning in a bottle with the animated Super Mario Bros. Movies that gained a total of, I kid you not, $1.37 billion in the box office.
$1 billion. $1 billion. I just spent over there. $1 billion.
Followed that the very next year when Sonic 3 went up against Disney's Mufasa. Yeah, the live-action movie people say, but it's actually photorealistic computer-generated imagery that people apparently quote-unquote loved. To make a long and sketchy story short, both films were highly successful because of a strong word of mouth. But here's the main takeaway according to The Hollywood Reporter, that even though Mufasa made $1.67 billion globally with a mixed reception, guess what? There's still no word on the movie sequel, but for Sonic, yeah, I'll see you guys next year in the theater, specifically March 19th. So getting back to what's happening now, to tie in my main point, the sequel to the animated Super Mario Bros. Movie, Super Mario Galaxy, just completed its third weekend, and shocker, it's currently at $750 million in the box office, which is a near 70 to 75% increase from its previous film according to the numbers. Another aspect about this year is that I can finally compare these video game films to the downward trend of superhero films. Like with all things, trends in pop culture come and go. With films that were developed by Marvel and DC, however, the popularity peaked with Infinity War and Endgame, and I would even argue Zack Snyder's Justice League. But looking back, I think the logical move were to make these films more like Spider-Man No Way Home. Not with nostalgia-based multiversal shenanigans, but more serious-themed films that really push our favorite heroes in certain situations, almost like what Spider-Man went through, dealing with pain, loss, selflessness, and even redemption in some cases, and a deeper understanding of what a true hero is. But instead, we were inundated with questionable promotional tours with professional actors and directors promoting their film with ideological arrogance. Meanwhile, the film itself is an unmemorable mess that didn't properly test our favorite heroes and made them a performing jokester with the same predictable plot points. Films like last year's Thunderbolts, Captain Black Falcon America, The Marvels, and The Eternals are examples of films that didn't even surpass $500 million in their total box office runs. Don't even get me started with The Flash, Black Adam, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Okay, sure, Superman last year made $619 million in the total box office, but that film needed to make $700 million in order to break even, due to its, let's say it all together, reported budget of $225 million times 2 to break even. And oh, the bloated budgets of these films is another testimony that throwing money at a project is not going to guarantee a film's major global box office success. Case in point, Deadpool and Wolverine made $1.3 billion in the box office back in 2024. But come to find out from last year in 2025 that the movie's reported budget was actually,
oh my goodness!
For which, on a technicality, the movie barely broke even, to say the least, according to thatparkplace.com, which ultimately fuels concerns for Avengers Doomsday's reported budget of a monstrous $400 million and a marketing budget, I kid you not, over $300 million. In other words, the Avengers has to make over $1 billion in the box office globally. But with all of that said, in closing, good people of Earth, the box office of the films of He-Man, Supergirl, Spider-Man is in a league of his own because he's Spider-Man, and Avengers Doomsday, along with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and I'll even include Super Mario Galaxy, will be quite interesting once everything is said and done, and I can't wait to see their total box office runs. I'll keep you guys posted here on this channel. You have my word. I love the Street Fighter trailer more than Mortal Kombat 2's. However, I appreciate what Legendary is going for, and all I want to see mostly between both of these films is a lot of awesome martial arts fight scenes. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below. What are you most excited about with either Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, or any other film coming out this year of 2026? With that said, thank you everyone for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.